Hello, I'm going to show you how to use conditional formatting to highlight cells that contain numbers based on things you're looking for. Now, this is not an exhaustive everything you can do with conditional formatting. This is just a small cross section and it's really to do with dealing with just numbers. Now, let's just take this earnings column just here. If you wanted to highlight a number in here which is say less than £100,000, all we would do is highlight over the cells like so, and then after this I would go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and can you see I've got greater than, less than, between and equals to. So these four options here can really be used very well for anything with a number in it. So if you see this, let's say I went for less than, so I said at the start I'm looking for anyone less than 100,000. So if I click onto less than, now it will try and guess what you're going to go for. I'm going to delete that and type in, I'm going to start typing 100,000, and can you see as I'm trying to get there, none of the cells behind the scenes are formatted until I actually finally put the last zero in to make it 100,000. If I made it 1,000,000, everyone's less than that. You can then, after you've done that, pick the colour that you want to go for. So can you see all of the colours you go for? It just changes automatically. Now, if you go to custom format, this will allow you to pick what you want. So I'm going to go for, if it's less than 100 grand, I am going to go for red. Once I'm ready, I then click OK. Now, the beauty of this is, if I now change one of these figures to be less than £100,000, can you see it is red? Now, if I re-highlight this list again, I could choose after that to say conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, between. So if I said between, let's say 100,000 and I don't know, 150,000. Now the key to this is you need to pick a different colour if you want to differentiate. So can you see previously it was red, you can't see the difference. If I go for yellow, you can see there's a very definite difference there. Once I'm ready, click OK. Can you see that will then add the yellows on there? So we've got red for lower than 100,000, yellow for in the middle. And look, if I wanted to, if I highlighted over this, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, greater than, if I made this 150,000, drop this down and picked a colour of green. Can you see there are a few, if I now click OK, that now will automatically colour code to be green. Now, if I want to remove that conditional formatting, I have two options. I can either click onto the cell or one of the cells that contains the formatting, go to conditional formatting, click on manage rules at the bottom. This is kind of your one-stop shop for maintaining these rules, and there will be a subsequent video explaining this in more detail. But if you want to remove one rule, you can just highlight the rule, click delete. Once you've done that, if you hit apply, can you see that removes that one rule? So if you wanted to, you could keep deleting those rules. Or alternatively, if you want to be a little bit more broadsword, we just drag over like so, conditional formatting, clear rules from either selected cells if you want to base it on what you've highlighted, or entire sheet if you want to get rid of all conditional formatting rules in the sheet. So that's a bit about how you can use conditional formatting to highlight numbers based on things like greater than or less than within an Excel workbook.